I recently started a playlist on my YouTube channel which was all about the Victorian era facts and things like that. And I've been a bit quiet on there lately. There's been a lot going on at home, so I haven't really added to that. But it is something that I find fascinating. I love learning how they lived all that time ago and what they believed and how the different classes kind of survived. And it was, I would say, early on in the Victorian era, it could be seen as quite tragic because there was a lot of things that are around now that weren't then. And it affected a lot of people's lives. And for example, they didn't have exactly the medicine we have today, and the way that they viewed people was different. If you were poor, it's still the same way, but you had such a terrible life. But then, luckily, as time went on, things got better. And a lot of people say there was a lot of new inventions and it improved lives, and that's fascinating to learn about for me. And I think it's important to remember every part of the Victorian era, even the bits that are a bit different. So I thought what I would do is show some of the strange things that I found over time that came from the Victorian era. And one of them I actually got from an auction online. In the auction it said it's definitely something for goths, and that was it. I was transfixed. And I had a bit of a bidding war for a few hours. And what um, it is this. It's actually all completely handwritten, and as you can see from the looks of the pages, the look of the spine, it's very old, very worn, and there's a lot of water damage, but it basically handwrites all the different dates of when people have passed away, the names. And the interesting thing, as you go through the book, there are a lot of names of people that were famous. And actually, in the book is the entry of Queen Elizabeth. And I read about it and I was fascinated by the fact that something so detailed was, someone took so much time out. Someone took time out of their life to write this and put a lot of work into it. The writing, it's hard to see because of water damage, but in places it's a lot clearer and it's impeccable. And I've been very careful up to now, so reading it hasn't really been much of an option because I don't want to break it. I have had a quick flick through it from time to time and I want to carry on with that. But this was just something, like, I looked at it and I imagined someone sat by lamplight in a room and they took time to write this. And I thought that was special because someone took the harder time to write this. But it contains so many lives, and I think that's special, and it's a bit ghostly and a bit, it makes you think. So I just wanted to show this, to show a part of the Victorian ages right here. I'm going to use some of the Ghost Tube apps to see, what I can pick up in relation to the book.
They are not subject. Is that? Yeah. Buffy.
I'm Alexander.
The bank.
That looks suspiciously like material. So maybe it's the pages, maybe it's something someone's worn. Now I do have a camera, a Ring camera that looks around the living room at night, and I haven't been 100% sure, but I've caught yes, I'm unsure, I'm very unsure. I caught what looked like an orb around 3 o'clock a few days ago. Where I usually put this book, you can't see it on the camera, but it was very close to where the book would be. It was in that direction. I think it was just facing it like someone was stood there. But I think that's very interesting to say I'm unsure, and then something to say I'm unsure straight afterwards.